Okay, well guys, Red Dead Redemption 2 is over. I have beaten the game, and I think there's an after part of it, but I don't think I want to touch up on that for a while, because I want to get into DMC5. So now, I'm going to bring a video to y'all surrounding my thoughts, because that's what I always do at the end of a game. At the end of every game, I give y'all videos surrounding my thoughts. How good was the game? And I'll bring y'all Red Dead Redemption 2. And I'm going to say that game is like a 9 out of 10 for me. That game was very good. That was a very, very good game. I don't think I've played a game like Red Dead Redemption 2 that is consistently... What's the word I'm looking for? Intriguing. That constantly keeps you interested as Red Dead. Red Dead kept me intrigued throughout the entire story. Now, obviously, a lot of games can do that, but I think it's more impressive with Red Dead because this game is so long. This game was, what, 35 episodes? That's my longest series by far, and I think it's going to be my longest series ever. And the fact that it kept me entertained throughout all those 35 parts, or how many there are, is very impressive. So I want to get that out of the way. Second, what I want to get out of the way is just the game in general. Aspects of it. The story. Let's talk about the story first. The story was great. I think the story was really good. I heard the story was incredible. I will say it's not like as mind-blowing incredible as I thought it would be, but still, it was a great story. It's a really fucking good story. Regardless. You know? It wasn't perfect, but still, it was really good. It was amazing. I loved how they developed Arthur as a character toward the end. I like how they made it a twist that Micah was the one who talked. And it made sense because Micah told them about the bank robbery and stuff like that. I loved how they made Dutch just this insane person. I hate Dutch, honestly. I think you're supposed to hate Micah, then you're supposed to hate Dutch, but I think I hate Dutch more than I hate Micah. He's a fucking hypocrite. And I don't know what's gonna happen to Bill and Javier, but I hope they're good. But yeah, it's a good story all around, and how the gang is constantly just being hunted and screwed over at like almost every turn they do. And how Arthur can't, and how like no one can really leave because they need the money from the gang to survive. But then they just take up, then they leave. So they just want to live a life for themselves. And Arthur kind of inspires them to do that, I guess, to an extent. That they just realize that like this is just stupid, and it's just we're gunning for a madman here. It's really good. And Arthur, I think, the way they explain the story is really good. And this is a small detail about the story, but it's one of my favorite parts about the story. I love how they give you the option to accept or decline toward the end of the game. Like if someone wants to give you money, you can decline it, and it makes you more honorable. I love that. I love that aspect about this story. I think that's like one of the coolest aspects, is because Arthur changes, you change. As Arthur, well, it doesn't mean Arthur is going to automatically decline the money, because you might still want the money. But it still shows that Arthur has changed, that he has at least started to consider that he shouldn't do this. That, you know, maybe I don't need that money, or maybe they should keep it. They need it more than I do. That's a really cool detail. Yeah, this story was really good. It was really good. I don't know if I'm going to touch this game for a while. I think this game is going to be laid to rest for a couple months until I pick back up on it, because there seems to be more story to go. And it's the epilogue. I've heard that, yeah, there is an epilogue. So, yeah, I will pick up on it, but just not now because I've been putting Devil May Cry off for long enough, and I'm gonna pick that game up. But yeah, that's my review on the story. Obviously graphically, as you can just see with the screenshot right here, this game is fucking incredible. Like that one episode I released earlier today. Like dude, when you're up in the mountains with rainfalls, really good. Like in every damn part of the game, whether you're riding around, whether you're in combat, whether you're in any biome or doing something, you can just stop and look for a second and appreciate how beautiful this game is. This game is fucking beautiful. And it's really impressive how they managed to pull that off. Genuinely impressive. The sound design is obviously incredible. But there's an elephant in the room. Let's talk about the combat. The combat is good. It's just really good. I mean, obviously it's a cowboy game, so I don't know what else you expect out of it, but I love Deadeye. Deadeye is such a cool mechanic. The gun variety is pretty nice. Although, like, the Lancaster is just the best. But I love dual wielding. I love the rifles. The bow got really cool toward the end. The cover system was very annoying. That was like one of the complaints I heard about this game, is that the cover system was just broken. But I didn't really have many problems with it until like towards the end of the game. But yeah, the cover system wasn't a giant problem for me, though. It still kind of nagged me a bit. But yeah, the combat is just good. The combat is good, and it's very well done. And I will say, this game does have like a difficulty that I feel is perfect for me. Like the enemies, if you're not careful and you decide to get too reckless, the game will punish you for it, and I appreciate that. The enemies can be unforgiving at times, and I like that. It's like a perfect difficulty for me. This game felt like it was at a perfect difficulty for me. I don't know if there's like ever a way to like adjust difficulty. Maybe I missed that, but yeah. And I love like the little encounters you could get through the world and stuff like that. All the little side quests you could try, or those like encounters you can have on the road, or like saving a veteran and stuff like that. Like it's genuinely cool. This game, the world, although the world is empty in some areas, it still has a lot of, it still is alive in many of them, in most of them. It's more alive than it is dead. If that makes any sense. Like, way more alive. And there are some complaints I have about the game, albeit very small. Like how satchels were really hard to get your hands on sometimes. Like, hunting was so tedious and stuff, and I really wanted to get into hunting, though I just really couldn't commit to it. Like, I like a couple episodes back towards the end when I was going to speak to Rainfalls, I tried hunting, and then I found an O'Driscoll's camp, and then I just ended up killing them. And then I just went on my way. I was like, okay, yeah, this isn't gonna work. Which is why I really wanted to get a satchel, but I just couldn't end up getting one because panthers ended up being impossible to find. And it would just be like going across the map to get this one enemy, and I just eventually said, yeah, fuck it, it's not worth it. But that's okay, because the satchels aren't really a necessity, because your satchel is already good as is. So yeah. There's that too. And yeah, I mean... Sasha, fuck, remind me. I love how you can brush your horse. That's cool. Makes me feel responsible. But yeah, that is going to be it for Red Dead Redemption 2, at least for a while. I think I'm going to pick this game back up like in the spring or something, or when I don't have anything else to upload, except for clips. But right now, DMC is on the way. Maybe, you know, like a week or two I'll start playing it, because the Witch Queen is dropping soon. Like tomorrow. And of course I have school, which would get in the way, so I will pick up DMC very soon, and I'm very eager to pick it up. Damn, that ending was fucking sad. But Arthur, I think, died the way he wanted to. You know, he died alone. He died giving someone the life they wanted to. So it was a satisfying way for Arthur to end. And yeah, it's a good ending. I mean, the story's not technically over, but the whole meat and potatoes of the story has been consumed. The epilogue is dessert. How about that? The epilogue is dessert. And it seems about John living his life out and stuff like that. But I will do the epilogue eventually. I'll pick it back up eventually. Just not anytime soon. Because I want to put Red Dead to rest for now and move on to other games. And focus on other games like DMC and Destiny. And just playing with my friends in general and having a good time. Also, Kirby is coming out, and I've considered picking that one up too, so I might play that. And Breath of the Wild 2 is coming later this year. You know what? Will you just focus on just enjoying things? Life is fucking fun. Ah, man. But yeah, I will continue to bring y'all clips, but that's gonna be it for now. I will see you guys in the next playthrough. So please take care of yourselves out there. I'll see you guys when I'll see you guys next. And as always, goodbye.